News.
Based on evidence, based on interviews, we know that they were involved in Edgar's death.
Coming up on Action News, Pasco police have issued a warrant for 2 people charged with first-degree murder in connection with a missing child from 2021.
It's really great that we can pull together and, collect all this food and help so many people.
Students hold an annual fundraiser and donate tons of canned goods to the Tri-Cities Food Bank. Plus, a Pasco teacher has been arrested, accused of taking nude pictures of a teenage student. Good evening, everyone. I'm Scott Stovall. Tragic news out of Pasco today. Action News was the first to report that the remains of a child found in rural Benton County in February have now been identified as a boy who's been missing for over a year out of Pasco. And police say the people who killed him were his own parents. Edgar Kazian Garcia and his girlfriend Araceli Medina are on the run, and they're wanted for first-degree murder. Edgar went missing in September 2020, yet Pasco police didn't know to start looking for the boy until May 2021 when they found out he was missing. Police say he wasn't reported missing by his parents. Instead, his disappearance was reported when his sisters were found in Tijuana, Mexico. When police questioned Kazian Garcia and Medina, they claimed they didn't know where Edgar was. In February of this year, police found Edgar's remains, but now the parents are nowhere to be found.
Based on evidence, based on interviews, we know that they were involved in Edgar's death.
The father and stepmom also face first-degree assault of a child charges after Kazian Garcia's 2 daughters were found in Mexico. Court documents reveal horrible abuse that the 3-year-old and 9-year-old sisters say they repeatedly endured at the hands of their father and stepmom. Kazian Garcia and Medina are now wanted, and once found, will be held on $2 million bail each. Pasco police have issued a nationwide extradited warrant. A photography teacher at Tijuana High School is now behind bars after being accused of taking nude photos of a teenage student he taught. 43-year-old Jeff Whiston of Benton City appeared in Benton County Court for the first time today. He's being held for suspicion of sexual exploitation of a minor. Police say Whiston offers his students free photo shoots that resemble senior photos. According to court documents, one of his students agreed to meet Whiston in an exterior shop on his property in Benton City for a photo shoot. The documents go on to say during the shoot, Whiston asked the student to undress completely. Court documents state the victim felt obligated to undress because the door to the shop was blocked. The documents say Whiston took numerous photos of the victim while she was undressed. A judge set Whiston's bail at $150,000. We reached out to the Pasco School District and received the following statement. It says, quote, "The investigation began Tuesday after the district received a report from a concerned parent. Mr. Whiston was placed on administrative leave Tuesday morning in accordance with standard district procedure, and the report was made to law enforcement. If true, these allegations represent a breach of our trust and a disappointing departure from our standards for all district employees," end quote.
Cloudy evening out there tonight. It's chilly. A little bit of a breeze makes the temperature even feel colder in some spots, only in the upper 30s, like Walla Walla. As we zoom in a little bit closer to where we are seeing some returns, that's near Walla Walla. We're getting some cold rain there and even a mix up along the foothills of the Blues with some scattered snow showers. Travel between Pendleton and LeGrand. We're seeing some rain and a rain and snow mix over Meacham. Outside of that, at least it's quiet outside our studios at the moment, but we could get an isolated rain shower potentially overnight. We could see a rain or a snow mix as we continue to get these weak disturbances move through, producing these isolated showers, pop-up showers, and some of those could be snow showers on top of that. So it's been interesting. It stays cold and unsettled, but we get breaks in between, and I'll let you know when we might see those breaks and how our Easter Sunday is shaping up in your full storm tracker forecast in just a few minutes.
All right. Thanks, Mike. The CDC announced it has extended the mask mandate on all public transportation until at least May 3rd. The mandate was supposed to expire next Monday, April 18th. Now, a top disease expert is weighing in on COVID trends in Washington and what he expects in the coming weeks. He says it shouldn't be long before the mask can come back off on public transportation. Jackie Kent from our Sinclair's sister station in Seattle reports.
Masking up to take the Link Light Rail in Seattle isn't even a second thought for Sydney Fiscus.
I feel like a lot of people forget the pandemic is still very much a thing, and I feel like a lot of people are getting too comfortable with keeping them off.
While other passengers seem split that the CDC is extending the national mask mandate on public transit by another 15 days until May 3rd.
I don't enjoy it, but I would wear it for public health and for the safety of others.
Some places you need to mask, you don't need to mask. We're masking here, we're not masking there, but if we're not all doing the same thing, then what's the point?
This comes amid a recent rise in COVID cases, the BA2 Omicron subvariant accounting for the majority of them. Researchers are wanting to get a grasp on the impact the increase has on severe disease.
A lot of researchers are looking at what is happening to hospitalization and severe cases, not just cases overall. I think other people are tracking, how the available vaccines protect against the disease.
King County is seeing an average of 484 new cases a day. That's triple the number of cases from a month ago. The Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation believes the numbers are likely much higher.
About 80% of the cases are asymptomatic. There is no reason for the public to go and test themselves.
But a top disease expert believes the case increase should be over soon in our state.
It will start declining next week, and we will have a decline all the way till next winter.
Meaning he thinks masks should come off shortly after that.
The key issue is from now on is to make sure we have antiviral for people who need them, and make sure that we test people as soon as possible.
The Washington State Board of Health voted for COVID-19 vaccines not to be required for students to attend K-12 schools this fall. The Board of Health made the decision in a unanimous vote today. Last fall, the board created a separate technical advisory group tasked with researching whether the COVID vaccine would meet all the criteria needed to be added to the list for required K-12 immunizations. The advisory group voted in February to recommend against adding the vaccine to the list due to the lack of vaccine data for kids. Board members say if new data on vaccines for kids surfaces or a severe variant emerges, they could revisit the issue. Well, there's some good news. Students at St. Joseph's Catholic School are following in the footsteps of those before them, keeping a very special tradition alive. During Lent, students, teachers, and staff collect canned goods to donate to the Tri-Cities Food Bank. It's a tradition they've been doing for more than 30 years. Today, the students walked to the food bank alongside the 2 trucks they filled with food donations.
It's really great that we can pull together and, collect all this food and help so many people.
It's a part of community service, part of being a Christian in our world and just helping other people and being Christ to those around us.
Kelly says they donated about 2,200 pounds of food. Good job.
The Biden administration hearing calls from all sides about how to bring down rising inflation. I'm Atrell Nashar with why some say it should start with addressing the national debt.
Great floors under.
The Biden administration is facing renewed pressure to address high prices after March's inflation report shows prices for everyday goods are up 8.5% from last year, and the producer price index out today shows wholesalers are paying 11.2% more. National correspondent Atrell Nashar explains what lawmakers and economists say needs to be done to curb inflation.
High inflation taking its toll across the country. In Washington, eyes turning to President Biden to fix it.
I'm doing everything within my power by executive orders to bring down the price and address the Putin price hike.
taking unprecedented steps already to try to ease high gas prices, which spiked even before Russian President Vladimir Putin invaded Ukraine. But a group of Democrats in Congress would also like to see a federal gas tax holiday.
That's 18.4 cents less per gallon.
Skeptics say it would just increase the demand that's already outpacing supply. Former President Bill Clinton's Treasury Secretary Larry Summers, who's criticized Biden's policies for helping fuel inflation, does support the president's plans to raise corporate taxes to address broader economic imbalances. Johns Hopkins economist Alessandro Rabucci supports that idea, but argues it wouldn't necessarily address inflation now.
Corporate taxes would not affect consumption but investment, because it would affect the spending power of the corporations.
Republicans oppose it, as it would undo much of former President Trump's signature tax policies, instead blaming Biden and last year's federal stimulus for overheating the economy.
The solutions are stop making it worse. I think freeze federal spending beyond defense.
Moderate Democratic Senator Joe Manchin echoing that somewhat, saying Tuesday, quote, "We cannot spend our way to a balanced, healthy economy and continue adding to our $30 trillion national debt."
Many say it's especially important now to bring down the national debt because if there's an economic slowdown or even a recession, there will be the fiscal capacity to respond. Whether it can be done in time, though, is up in the air.
It cannot be done quickly, so certainly not in time for the next recession, if one will come in 2 years' time. A recession is not a done deal at all.
Still, polls show most Americans feel the country's on the wrong track, and in this midterm election year, pointing fingers at the president, even in a Democratic stronghold like California, where 6 in 10 now disapprove of his handling of inflation. In Washington, I'm Atrell Nashar reporting.
Our evening forecast will call for cloudy skies and a chance for snow showers this evening, not ruling it out. 10 o'clock hour could see a little bit of a mix as we get a system kind of pushing through here through about midnight and even into the overnight hours. We'll track that and what we can expect for our Thursday and into the Easter holiday weekend coming up after the break.
On Twitter at KEPR TV.
Washington state health leaders say new data shows the number of people dying from drug overdoses, especially from fentanyl, continues to rise. Leaders from the State Department of Health said in a news release yesterday that drug-related overdose deaths in the state topped 2,000 last year. That's a more than 66% increase compared to 2019. Leaders say more than half of the deaths are because of fentanyl. The state's chief science officer says people who use drugs should assume that any drugs bought on the street, online, or from a friend contain fentanyl. He also says people should consider carrying at least 2 doses of naloxone to help prevent deaths from opioid overdose. State Attorney General Bob Ferguson announced a resolution of his lawsuit against e-cigarette maker Juul today. The state accused the company of violating the law when it designed and marketed its products to appeal to underage consumers and deceived buyers about the addictiveness of its product. Ferguson says Juul must pay $22.5 million to resolve the lawsuit. The company must also take measures to keep its product away from youth. Parent company of Walla Walla Hospital will be paying a multi-million-dollar settlement over fraud allegations. Providence Health and Services is expected to pay $22.6 million to resolve allegations that its Walla Walla location fraudulently billed Medicare, Medicaid, and other federal health care programs for medically unnecessary neurosurgery procedures. The U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Washington and Attorney General Bob Ferguson announced a settlement between Providence, the U.S., and the state of Washington. They say it's the largest ever healthcare fraud settlement in the region. Well, a local nonprofit is bringing some joy to a 4-year-old girl diagnosed with an incredibly rare condition. This is Finley. Her mother, Cody Couchman, tells us Finley was diagnosed with Coffin-Siris syndrome when she was 9 months old. Due to the genetic condition, Finley isn't able to walk or sit up without some help. Now, the Wishing Star Foundation, an organization that grants wishes to kids with terminal or life-threatening illnesses, is building Finley her very own inclusive backyard playground that will also incorporate her therapies.
It's really hard to just go to the grocery store with her, let alone pack her up, bring her to a park that she may or may not be able to play at. So having this space here, it's just going to elevate her life, and it's really going to help myself out too, just being able to provide that space for her.
Plans for Finley's playground are underway at her house in Richland. Cody says they're hoping it will be complete sometime before the end of the summer.
Doppler radar, we're tracking more systems moving across the northwest. Really, it's a couple of systems off the coast that continue to spin off these little apparent little short waves from the apparent low across eastern Oregon and eastern Washington, as well as western Washington too. They're still getting some scattered snow showers, and that's what we're seeing, and that's the trend. And the air mass is cold, especially in the mid and upper levels, and so what we get here is with some sun breaks at times, almost convective type showers, and we're watching a little band here to the south of us into Oregon here that could begin to move in for our area tonight and into the overnight hours that could produce a rain or maybe a rain or snow mix. You can see we're getting scattered snow showers along the foothills of the Blues just outside of Pendleton, up over Meacham here, getting a little bit of snow mix there, and along the foothills into Columbia County, Walla Walla County, Garfield County, Pomeroy getting some snow, as well as Dayton and Waitsburg right now. Convective type quick bursts of snow moving across the foothills of the Blues. And it doesn't change for us tonight and tomorrow. We're going to get a little break in the afternoon and then on Friday, but we keep it unsettled even into Saturday with another break moving our way on Easter Sunday, just in time for the holiday. Now, our temperatures are still cool for this time of year. That jet stream's to the south of us. It opens the door for that colder air to move in. And we're only at 47 right now. Walla Walla, you've actually bumped up a couple of degrees. You're now sitting at 39, but you factor in a breeze out there, and boy, it feels even colder than that. We're at 9 right now in Pasco, 13 in Richland, and 6 in Walla Walla. It is jacket weather without question. Let's take a look at our satellite loop over the last 3 hours. We have a low here over Western Canada. You can sort of see the rotation going on there. We also have another low moving across Northern California, and this is all just kind of whipping around that moisture and moving it across the northwest. Very sporadic and isolated shower type of activity that just doesn't change for us a whole lot. Here's our futurecast. Let's put it into motion again. We get one system sort of spin off from the apparent low off the coast with these scattered snow showers at times, especially at night. Not out of the question that we could get a little snow by tomorrow morning that could be sticking on the ground a little bit. I don't know if it'll be like we woke up to Monday morning, but we're watching it closely. 50 for Seattle tomorrow. Portland, scattered thunderstorms possible. 45 for Spokane. Cold enough without question. We're in the upper 20s to low 30s tonight. It's going to be a cold one. Upper 40s is all tomorrow. Low 40s for Walla Walla. We get into the weekend. Easter looks good. We get a break with sunshine. Short-lived. By Monday and Tuesday, we're back into the showers, but temperatures at least will be a little warmer to warrant rain showers as opposed to the snow showers that we had much of this week. That's a look at your forecast. Have a great night.
Okay, honey, stay here. Mommy.
Follow us on Twitter.
I'm Justin Berger in for Mick Miller. Last night, the Tri-City Dust Devils had their home opener against the Vancouver Canadians in weather that felt a whole lot more like October than April. Let's get you out to Giesa Stadium for the highlights. There's new manager Cactus Jack Howell meeting Canadians manager Brent Lavallee at the plate before first pitch. And also last night, the debut of the pitch clock at Giesa Stadium, a rule instituted across high A ball this season. Now, it was a busy first inning last night. Vancouver opened up the scoring, managing to get 2 runs out of starting pitcher Landon Marco. Marco only made it through an inning last night, as it was a double by Addison Barger and a single by Davis Schneider that produced the first inning runs for the Canadians. The Dust Devils would answer with 1 run of their own in the bottom half of the first inning off a Jordan Adams sac fly. Tri-Cities knotted the game at 2 apiece in the second on a bases-loaded walk, but the game didn't stay tied for long. P.K. Morris stepped to the plate for Vancouver in the top of the third and put the Canadians back on top with a single, but the seesawed right back for the Dust Devils half an inning later on a Gregorio RBI single. The Dust Devils added 1 more in the 6th and 3 in the 8th and took this one 7-5 after a 2-run scare from the Canadians in the 9th. They remain undefeated on the year. Now let's transition to the rink. Your Tri-City Americans season is coming to a close. After last night's matchup against the Portland Winterhawks, there are just 2 games left, both at the Toyota Center if you want to get out for a game before the season ends. Here we go to Kennewick for the highlights. Third place Winterhawks came to town looking to solidify their playoff position last night against the last place Americans, and the Americans did give them a run for their money, even managing to tie it up on a third period Parker Bell goal, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. Winterhawks wing James Steffen scored on the power play in overtime to win 4-3. Game 2 of 6 between the Dust Devils and the Canadiens is tonight at 6:30, and we'll have all the highlights here on KEPR at 11.
All right, thank you, Justin. Our forecast tonight, well, we'll call it cloudy with a chance for some scattered snow showers possible. Absolutely. Temperatures will be below freezing once again tonight, so it may be a little interesting to start tomorrow. Sunshine by the afternoon, though, and a chilly day, 40s. We get a little bit more sunshine Friday and on Easter Sunday, so something to look forward to there, but still staying unseasonably cool for this time of year. Scott?
All right. Thanks, Mike. And that's it for us. We're back at 11. Good night.